Please stand for the presentation of the colors and the national anthem. Please remove your hats. And now the invocation by Tyler Boyce.
Please join me in a word of prayer. Father, I thank you for another day to live. Lord, thank you for the rain. Your word tells us that you've given us breath today, and we thank you for your good gifts. Bless this morning of celebration as we honor those who have worked hard and completed the task of earning a degree. In Jesus' name, amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. I'm Greg Kegel, the Chancellor of MSU-Northern. On behalf of the students, the faculty, and the staff of Montana State University Northern, I'm granted the honor of welcoming each of you as we celebrate the accomplishments of the class of 2022, with 263 students receiving 377 degrees. Please take a moment to mute or turn off your cell phones at this time. Thank you. I'd like to thank the following groups and individuals for participating in today's event. The color guard provided by members of the American Legion Post 67 Color Guard, the Assiniboine Cree Singers for sharing an honor song, and Tyler Boyce for the invocation and benediction. Now please allow me to introduce our platform guests. I ask that each person stand and remain standing as I call their names. Please hold your applause until the last person is introduced. Mr. Joel Soysath, Professor of Arts and Sciences and our Faculty Marshal. Dr. Jamie Duke, Interim Dean of the College of Health Sciences. Dr. David Kruger, Dean of the College of Technical Sciences. Dr. Beth Duroy-Dedu, Dean, College of Arts and Sciences and Education. Dr. Neil Moisey, Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs. Mr. Brian Hoven, our commencement speaker. Ms. Maura Gatch, Vice Chancellor of Enrollment Management. Mr. Kevin McCrae, Deputy Commissioner of the Office of Higher Education. Mr. Corey Kopp, our Dean of Students. And Mr. Tyler Boyce, Psi Alpha Director. I'd also like to introduce my wife, Sherry Kegel. Lisa Moisey, the wife of Vice Chancellor Moisey. Barbara Hoven, the wife of our commencement speaker. And Brian and his children that are sharing this day with their father. I'd like to now recognize those at MSU-Northern who have contributed significantly to helping these graduates achieve today's milestones. First, the faculty of MSU-Northern who dedicate their lives to student success. Would the faculty please stand as I announce your college? College of Arts, Sciences, and Education. The College of Health Sciences. And the College of Technical Sciences. These are the educators who, in partnership with the family and friends, have contributed significantly to the achievement of the personal milestones that we will be celebrating today. Thanks to all of you. In addition to the faculty, MSU-Northern staff contribute greatly to the success of our students. Members of the administrative, professional, and classified staff, please stand and be recognized. Thank you to everyone who has contributed time and effort in order to make today's ceremony memorable. At this time, I'd also like to recognize this year's retirees. Dr. Carol Reif-Snyder, Professor of Environmental Health. Carol's retiring after 27 years of dedicated service to MSU-Northern. Dr. Steve Heskey, Professor of English. He is retiring after 28 years of dedicated service to MSU-Northern. Miss Vicki Gist, Director of Library Services. She is retiring after 33 years of dedicated service to MSU-Northern. And Miss Lori Borth, who's the Director of our Veterans Upward Bound. She is retiring after 26 years of dedicated service to MSU-Northern. That's over those four people have over 100 years of service to the university. I'm honored to introduce our MSU-Northern alumni who are on campus today to celebrate their golden graduation, a milestone observed by MSU-Northern to celebrate achievements and lives of our alumni who graduated from Northern 50 years ago. This year, we are privileged to recognize members of the classes of 1970, 1971, and 1972. President Crowley confirmed the diplomas for bachelor's, associates, and certificates to these graduates. These graduates are an inspiration to all of us. Together with Northern's faculty and staff of that time, they helped build the foundation we enjoy today. I want to extend to these alumni a very special welcome. We are privileged to have you participate today in this ceremony. And now I ask that all the Golden graduates stand to be recognized in honor of their respective anniversary of their graduation. As Dean Corey Cobb calls your names, please accept your golden recognition from our Vice Chancellor of Academic Affairs, Dr. Neil Moisley. Student marshals, please escort our alumni to the platform. And once you have received your diploma, please stop before exiting the stage for a photo. Please join me in recognizing these graduates.
Check, check, there we go. Leo Barsanti, 1972. Once I get to... Douglas P. Bingman, 1972. Judy Robinson Brown, 1972. Larry J. Clifford, 1972. Alan W. Dancer, 1971. Cynthia Joseph Burns DeRosier, 1971. Thomas David DeRosier, 1971. Kathleen Helmbrecht Enneberg, 1971. Margaret E. Hayes, 1972. Constance Jelinek Hotvet, 1972. Paulette M. Hofeld Keller, 1970. Perry Miller, 1972. Carol Woltvet Peterson, 1972. Shelia Hansen Peterson, 1971. Roger Pugh, 1971. Jacqueline Miller, 1972. Maureen Dolores Nardinger, 1972. Brian Sally, 1971. Lynette Sally, 1972. Nancy Dolph Schatzka, 1972. Vicky Caves Shend, 1972. Edward Spindler, 1972. Richard Gordon Snellman, 1972. Susan Habel Snellman, 1971.
Okay, one more time. Please join me in recognizing these graduates. Vice Chancellor of Academic Affairs, Dr. Neil Moisley, will now be making some special introductions.
I would like to recognize our students who are graduating with honors from Montana State University Northern. And you'll notice that some of the students are wearing different colored cords, and I'll talk a little bit about what those cords mean. The maroon cords designate the student that is graduating cum laude or with a minimum GPA of 3.5 on a 4-point scale. The silver cord designates magna cum laude or a minimum GPA of 3.75. The gold cord designates with highest honor the summa cum laude. These students are graduating with a 4-point GPA. All honors graduates, please stand. Please be seated. Your program also designates students who are graduating with department distinction. These graduates are selected by the faculty in their departments for their outstanding performance at Northern. All students graduating with department distinction, please stand and be recognized. Thank you. We're also pleased to honor all graduates who have served in the armed forces. The red, white, and blue cords designate these graduates. Will all veteran graduates please stand and be recognized? Thank you. Chancellor Kegel will now address the graduates.
Thank you, Neil. This probably is the biggest day on our campus. It's, in my opinion, the greatest day to be able to celebrate with all of you for all the achievements that you've made. We do have great days, but this one is the culmination of all the efforts. And I wanted to just thank, first and foremost, our faculty and the staff that have, shined the light and shown the direction and got you to where you are today. And so first and foremost, one more time from me to my faculty, their efforts in putting the quality of the school where it is today. I want to say thanks. And then to the students, another thank you to you. We've had to endure a lot since you've been here on our campus. The whole thing of getting through this pandemic and getting to a place where today, I can't tell you how good I feel today that we're all back together. And this is about as close to normal as we've been in 3 years. And to have everybody together in graduation, where we've had to have graduations online, and where we've had to split the graduations, and then today to be able to have the graduation here together. This is a great day for us. So. I want to just again thank the graduates for persisting through that. I always tell everybody that first and foremost, you have to care. And people ask me about caring. I say, well, it's not that easy to care all the time. But we need to remember that in order to get to where we're going to go, we have to care. And they ask me, well, what do you care about? And I say, care about everything. Care about what you're doing, care about what you're going to do, care about the people around you, care about things. And that caring is going to take you a long ways if you do care. So, that's just the message. Care. You wouldn't be here today. You wouldn't be graduating. You wouldn't have persisted if you didn't care. And you're going to need to care when you get out there in the real world. You're going to have to care about the job that you have. You're going to have to care about the people that you're working with. You're going to have to care about the community that you live in. And so that really would be the one thing that I'd say to you guys today. When you leave here, remember that there was a lot of people that worked with you on this campus through these 4 years that cared about you. And when you get out there, if there's just one thing you can do is just reciprocate that fact that you care. And so I want to congratulate you. I want to thank you again. Thank you for all those students that let me get to know you. I've enjoyed you. I totally wish you the best. We're here to help you. We will support you with things that you need in the future. But we're here, and we appreciate you, and we're just totally proud of what you've accomplished. So thank you. I want to thank all the parents and the grandparents and the spouses, the children, the siblings, the extended families, all the friends, for all that you've done for these graduates. It takes, I always tell everybody, it takes the village to do so many things, and it does. To get a student graduated, there was a lot of people behind the scenes pushing, shoving, and being encouraging. And to all of you, thanks for what you've done for these young people. They're on their way right now. It's my pleasure to be able to introduce our 2022 commencement speaker, Mr. Brian Hoven. I wanted to say a few things about Brian. Brian has been an advocate for MSU-Northern. Brian was an advocate for MSU-Northern before he became a state senator. I had the privilege years ago to work with him as an industry partner, and the things that we needed for our diesel tech program and our ag mechanics programs. Help from him personally to help with co-op students and full-time employment and direction for the program. He was there, and he's a great voice. Brian and I were just talking this morning, and I just looked, I said, how did you, coming from Great Falls, Montana, end up at Princeton University? And he says, I'll tell you what, I was at a graduation when I was a freshman in high school, and there were 4 graduates that were honored with scholarships to go to Dartmouth. And he says, that right there put me on a track, a mission to do the same thing. And he said, and I ended up as a senior making an application and got a scholarship to go to Princeton University. And what an accomplishment. What a thing to be able to set a goal and end up in a place like that. That's what we want out of every student, is to set goals like that and achieve those goals. And so I commend Brian for doing that, and I commend him for the work that he's done privately for our school, and then the work that he's done as a state legislator through those years of helping me personally help this institution with the things that we've needed help with. And he was one of my go-to guys, and definitely a great legislator. Brian was born and raised in Great Falls, Montana. He graduated from Great Falls High School in '59, and then Princeton University in '63 with a bachelor's degree in engineering. In late 1977, Brian and Barbara and their 2 children left Procter & Gamble to start a farm equipment dealership in Great Falls, Montana. In 2003, they were able to offer their son, Sean, a position with the dealership, and Brian was able to pursue a lifelong goal of running for the state legislature. After 3 terms in the House, he ran for Senate District 13 in 2014 and 18, and will be leaving the legislature this December 31, 2022. And I'll do everything I can to encourage him to run for something else. He's a great statesman. Brian continues to work at Hoven Equipment Company and is active in the community of Great Falls. He's on the Great Falls Chamber of Commerce, the United Way, and the Cascade Republican Party. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Brian Hoven.
Thank you, Chancellor. Anyone out there won the lottery? Well, I'm here to tell you, every one of you have won something that's more important than the lottery and far more valuable. You were born into the United States. You are an American citizen. Being an American citizen is incredibly lucky and incredibly fortunate. I can assure you there are 5 billion people scattered around the world that would like to trade places with you right now. You are living in the most powerful country in the world, the most prosperous, the one that has more freedom and more liberty, and most importantly for you graduates, it's the one that has more opportunity. It has the greatest opportunity for you to achieve your goals, to advance wherever you want to go. Now, how did this all come about? We had incredibly bright founding fathers. They came up with the Constitution of the United States. Not only did they come up with develop a representative form of government and establish the rule of law, they created an economic system that they didn't even have a clue as to what it was. And what that economic system was, it put trade, business in the hands of private individuals, not the government. That later became known as capitalism. Now, capitalism and that economic system is what took a third world country in 1790, and by 1950 made it the most powerful, and most prosperous country in the world. Capitalism did that. And it's From 1950 to 1970, the country has continued to grow because of capitalism. We have just incredible, the things that have been developed through capitalism. Now, why do I bring this up? Capitalism is under attack by other countries and by some people in our own country. I want to make sure that you understand what capitalism is. It's simply where business and trade is in the hands of private individuals and not the government. When it's in the hands of government, it's socialism, communism, and we know how that's fared. Now, the second reason I bring this up is I want you to benefit from it. Now, I have this handout on the sheets of all the graduates. You may have lost it by now, but it's an incredible document. And what it shows is the rate of return of an investment starting now, starting next when you go to work. If you invest $1,000 today at a 12% rate of return, in 40 years, it will be worth $100,000. Now, if someone had showed me this when I was 22, I wouldn't be here today. I would be on a yacht in the Caribbean. I would be so wealthy, it would be incredible, because I would have paid attention to this document and I would have done something about it. Now, I hope you do. In fact, I'm going to ask Chancellor Kugel to put a time capsule in 50, when you come back for your 50th reunion, to ask the question, how many people took Hoven's advice? Of course, you won't remember Hoven at that time, but you might remember this sheet. So, now that I've given you the secret to how to be incredibly wealthy in your retirement, I want to back up on that one more time here. You might say, well, that's the stock market, and there's no guarantees. Well, you're right, there are no guarantees. But one of the funds that I would recommend to you is Investment Company of America. It was started in 1933. It's going to celebrate 90 years next year. This year, it's completed 89 years. And during that 89 years, it's averaged 12.1% rate of return. If your great-grandfather had invested $1,000 in Investment Company of America in 1933, it would be worth $29.7 million today. So, invest in your future. Now, there are 3 other American fund companies that do the same thing. New Perspective, Fundamental Investors, and Growth Company of America. Now, the Growth Fund of America, started in 1973, has returned 14%. Now, you are going to be wealthy in your retirement if you follow this. Believe me. Now we want to make you to that point where you're wealthy by the time you get ready to retire, so you can take all this wealth and give it back to Northern and have buildings named after you. To be successful going from here forward, it's going to all depend on your relationships and your interaction with people. What you know has got you into the starting gate. What your education has got you to the starting gate. But how you advance from this day forward is going to depend 100% on how you interact with other people. You've received no training in that. First off, you got to be likable. If you're not likable, you're not going to be successful. You've got to be likable. And I'm going to tell you 3 quick things you don't do and 3 quick things you do. First thing, how many people like to be criticized? No one. Maybe for constructive criticism, but what happens when we're criticized? We get mad, we get defensive, we get on the fight. So why would you ever do that if you want someone to like you? Next question is how many people criticize? And I'll bet you every person in this place could raise their hand. Why do we do it if it makes people mad? It's simple. Everyone does it. It's habit. Our parents do it. Our siblings do it. People on television do it. The only people I know that don't do it are teachers. But our politicians do it. The President of the United States does it. So therefore, if everyone does it, it's okay. No, it's not okay. Do not criticize. Take an oath to yourself. I'm not going to criticize anyone ever again. How many people like to be around complainers? No, no one does. How many people complain? Same thing, everyone does. Why? It creates negativity. When you're around someone that's negative or complaining, it's negative. You don't like being around negative people. And finally, don't condemn. Basically, we are gossiping, and everyone gossips, and that's okay to gossip as long as it's positive. But when you start condemning people through gossip, it's going to come back and it's going to haunt you. And there have been estrangements in families that have gone on for decades because of people condemning someone else. So do not criticize, condemn, or complain. I wish I could take credit for that, but I can't. When I was 38 years old, I took a Dale Carnegie course, and I got this book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. And the first chapter was, the principles in the first chapter was do not criticize, condemn, or complain. I encourage you all to get that book and read it. In fact, it should be on the curriculum here at Northern, because it really gives you guidance on how to relate and interact with other people in a positive way. 3 things you do. First thing is you smile. Now, come on, people, smile. Let me see you smile. If you smile, you're happy. People like to be around happy people. And when you smile, your voice is softer. It's more welcoming. So smile. Get in the habit of smiling. If you don't like to smile, just do it anyway. And smile at everyone. Smile at people in the street. It is just a really good habit to get into, and it generates positivity. Appreciation. Recognize people. Compliment people. Lavish praise upon people. When someone does something well, recognize them for it. When they're dressed well, compliment them. People love to be complimented. And the more you compliment people, the better liked you'll be. Then take sincere interest in other people. People will become interested in you if you are interested in them. People really dearly enjoy talking about their family, their work, their hobbies. People like to talk about themselves. So encourage them. Don't talk about yourself. Ask people questions, open-ended questions. What are your hobbies? Tell me about it. What was the best thing that ever, and on and on. Get people talking. I guarantee you that they will think very highly after you're done with that. We've talked about these 3 things you do and 3 things you don't do. Now, these behaviors are not natural to most people. Some people, they are. And those people you'll find are most of the time very, very successful if they come natural to them. But most of us, they don't come natural. We have to learn them. We have to work at them. We have to practice them. And so I encourage you as graduates to do that, because if you will practice them and work at them and they become second nature and habit to you, your career will skyrocket. The second book on the list here on this handout is Bring Your A Game to Work. And I just ran into that the other day, or six weeks ago at Great Falls College. I wish I had read it when I was 22. It would have made a big difference. What these 7 values are is to help develop a good work ethic. And that you say, well, I got a good work ethic. I work hard. Well, there's more to a good work ethic than working hard. This Bring Your A Game to Work by Eric Chester. You can't buy it at the local bookstore. You got to call that number, and it costs you about $20 to get it, but I would read it. And if you adopt these 7 A's here, these 7 values, what it's going to do is, in your new job and in your new career, it's going to set you apart. And that's what you want to happen. You want to be separated from the other people. You want to be the person that's recognized as the comer, the one that's coming up the ladder, the one that receives additional training, the one gets promoted. You want to separate yourself from the other people. First way you do that is, first A is attitude. Attitude is all important. It's by far the most important one there is. And the thing about it is, you determine your attitude. You determine if you have a positive attitude. If bad things happen, you have setbacks, failures, you get rejected, you get depressed, you get cranky, you get grumpy. And if once you get grumpy and have a negative outlook, you're doomed. Nothing good is going to happen. So it's how you respond to those events. That's the critical thing. But you determine that. You determine how you're going to respond to those events. And if you look at those events as opportunities to learn and proceed forward, just as obstacles to be overcome. Attendance is critical. If you've got an 8 to 5 job, it's not 8 is show-up time. You're working at 5 of 8 at lunchtime. You work to about 2 minutes after 12, and if you're smart, you take your lunch to work. One of the things and eat at your desk. One of the things is you'll save some money and be able to invest it in your future retirement. And you can also answer the phone if no one is around to do that. Well, it's on my own time. It's my lunch hour. I don't have to answer the phone. No, you don't have to. But you want to set yourself apart. Remember, you don't succeed unless the business succeeds. The business has to succeed for you to succeed. So answer the phone during your lunch hour. Help a customer if there's no one else around. Appearance, straightforward. Dress up, don't dress down. Ambition. Everyone here wants to have a nice home. Everyone here wants to have nice cars and take nice trips. Well, how bad is your want to? Want to is ambition. Do you want to? You want those things bad enough that you want to do the work that's required to advance in the organization. One of the things on your first job that you should do is meet with your supervisor and share expectations. What do you expect of me? And then also share your expectations. I want feedback. I want to grow. I want to learn. I want to become more valuable. Accountability. You're responsible for your actions. You have integrity. You're honest. One of the things that happens, we have these things called cell phones, and they're ubiquitous, and we're on them all the time. When you're at work, if you aren't given that company 8 hours a day, you're stealing from them. You're stealing time. So don't use your cell phone for personal calls and personal texting and personal emails during work time. Do it on your lunch hour. If someone calls you, answer it and say, I'll call you back afterwards. Be accountable. Accountability builds trust. Acceptance. You go to work for a company, they have rules, policies, you don't like them. If you don't like them strong enough, leave the company and go someplace else. But accept them, embrace them, and then get to a position where if you don't like them, you have a position where you can change them. Then finally is appreciation. We've already talked about that, so I won't cover that. If you follow these behaviors and follow these A's and you're on your A game, in 10 years, you will be asked to present to bigger groups of people. You might even be asked to go out in the community and present to people. You want to be prepared for that. The best way to do that is to join a Toastmasters club. Toastmasters clubs are available in all the major cities of Montana. If where you go you don't have one, start one. Show some initiative, start one. They meet once a week for an hour, and you speak every time. You learn how to speak. You're critiqued. There's an and counter, so you get rid of the crutch words. And for those of you that suffer from call reluctance and say, well, I don't walk up to people, I can't ask people these questions that you're asking me to do. I'm nervous, I'm shy, I'm timid, I suffer from call reluctance. Toastmasters Club will help you immensely. So you're going to have to get out of that shell and be assertive. Get out of your comfort zone. I just can't tell you enough. Be comfortable getting out of your comfort zone. In this book by Eric Chester, he has 10 words, 10 two-letter words. He says that he has pasted on his bathroom mirror. If it is to be, it is up to me. Now I'm going to repeat this one more time, and then I'm going to have you repeat it after me. If it is to be, it is up to me. Now, here we go. If it is to be, it is up to me. Now, well, come on, let's get some enthusiasm in here, because it's a fact. If it is to be, it is up to me. Good luck and congratulations.
Thanks, Brian. That was a great message, and it reminded me of a time I was at a summit, and Meg Whitman, who is the CEO of Hewlett-Packard, was asked by a young lady, what is the one piece of advice that you could give young women that want to aspire to be CEOs of major companies? And she said, smile and laugh, because that's going to get you to the top. That's the one thing that you can do. And so great message, Brian. This time I'd like Vice Chancellor of Academic Affairs, Neil Moisey, to present the degree candidates.
And I'd like to add, Mr. Hoven, that I graduated 40 years ago, and I could use an extra 100,000. But very good advice on happiness, prosperity, and citizenship, and those are really good messages to go forward with. Chancellor Kegel, I'm pleased to present the degree candidates for the Master of Education and the Master of Science in Education. Candidates for the Master of Education degree in Counselor Education and the Master of Science in Education degree in Learning Development, please rise. These candidates have met the requirements for the Master of Education degree and the Master of Science in Education degree and are recommended by the graduate faculty for these degrees. Professors Joyce Mafundi Finn and Curtis Smeby, please come forward to assist with the hooding of the candidates. Student marshals, will you please escort the new graduate degree recipients to the stage to receive their diplomas, hoods, and congratulations. I request the audience reserve its applause until all of the graduates have crossed the stage.
Say it. Give me just one second. Andrew, heavy runner. Sarah C. Onstad-Layton. Nakia L. Miller. Angela Marie Olson. Aaron Solom. Anna Armstrong. Patrick Denny Armstrong, Jr. Ashley Jordan Bird. Marcy Marie Bird. Mary DeBerry. Kaylin Dawn Malachek. Heidi Ray Dubray. Aaron Riggin. Brittany Joe Shooter. Michael J. Turcott. Rain Escarcega Turcott. Jeremy M. Wells.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of the Higher Education of the State of Montana, I hereby confer upon you the degrees of Master of Education, Master of Science in Education, for which you have qualified. Please join me in recognizing our newest master's degree holders.
All right, you may be seated. Chancellor Keegle, I am pleased to present the candidates for the degrees of Bachelor of Science in Education, Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Arts, Associates of Science, Associates of Arts, Associate of Applied Science, and certificates. Candidates, please rise. Chancellor Keegle, these candidates, upon recommendation by the faculty of the appropriate departments, have met the requirements for the baccalaureate or associate degree or certificate program. Graduates, please be seated until the marshals ask you to move to the podium to receive your degrees. I also ask that members of the audience to please hold your applause until all graduates have crossed the stage. Wink, wink, wink. Marshals, will you please escort the new graduates to the platform to receive their degrees, and congratulations.
Caitlin Nicole Anderson. Donald Robert Cox. Alexandria Noel Crace. Marley Marie Firemoon. Jewel Charlene Fox. Kiana Corinne Frazier. Teresa Marie Ground. Alyssa Marie Jeffrey. Peyton Kerr. Tia Christine Neidiger. Jessica Marie Peterson. Sheena Jean Persley. Robert Smith. Christopher Michael Grant. Chase Xavier Short. Adrian Charles Spotted Bird. Jake William Norby. Stacy Dawn Cornell. Sean Thomas Manning. Brooke Elizabeth Morris. Kaylee Jo Nystrom. Hayden K. Jeske. TJ Allen Alderdice. Casey Renee Nicholson. Erica Marie Arnold. Alec Breeding. Brock T. Copenhaver. Damari Cool Davis. Sarah F. DeRozier. Jessica Sue Fish. Lindsay Ray Hall. Carrie K. Hofer. Kimberly June Clark Johnson. Robert Curtis Johnson. Allie Mae Smith. Taylor Stokes. Marina Hope Williams. Yvonda M. Atkinson. Ronaldo Chavez. Ashland Conradson. Asher Cruz Margotat. Brittany H. Matfeld. Haley Lynn McMaster. Angel Rowan. Isis April Olson. Ryan Ethan Williams. Alex Alvin Bowley. Jonathan Thomas Erickson. Ryder E. Jacobson. Tyler Judd. Colton Dwayne McDaniel. Cordell W. Murray. Noah Newman. Ike Cole Runner. Taylor Waltz. Trevor J. Uhas. Chance Tandon Mickey Sawyer Barris. Scott Douglas Bush. David Harris. Madison Bell Margotat. Jada E. Sudbrack. Desiree Faith Bachmeyer. Megan K. Lodge. Drew A. Torgerson. Zachary N. Monroe. Walter Gonzo Gonzalez. Jacob Len Horner. Xavier Linnell Lee Baldwin. Olivia Ann Bischoff. Tana Lee Gorecki. Hannah Larkin Haslam. Kimberly Martinez. Talon Lee Oates. Angela Rhines. Joshua Rose. Luke Triplett. Krista Noel Alexander. Morgan Page Barleen. Lauren R. Barnes. Marley Elise Bender. Cassidy Lynn Compton. Julia Jaworski. Rockwell Broadwater Corps. Kylie Elizabeth Lamphir. Philip Darius Martinez. Ashley Lauren Romero. Taryn Norby Schmidt. Alexa Brianne Stingley. Darby Janine Todd. Micah Tweeten. Mackenzie Walker. Michaela Nicole Weber. Selena Mae Sandman. Mariah Faye Ella Brecky. Douglas Joseph Verplugen. Faith Liliana Gasvoda. Cody Jason Hansen. Naomi K. Smith. Drew A. Harrison. Garen Boyd Todorov. Colton S. Wiley. Hunter Whitmus. Samuel P. Cutter. Bryce P. Denton. Kenneth H. Hammerly. Brady Ludden. Jacoby Blaze Leroy Mattoon. Hallie Schmidt. Jacob D. Squires. Sonny Stuker. August R. Ecker. Christian Alexander Kaleha Mesa. Tiffany Hawley.
Graduates, please rise. By the virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of Higher Education of the State of Montana, I hereby confer the degrees of Bachelors of Science in Education, Bachelors of Science, Bachelors of Arts, Associate of Science, Associate of Arts, Associate of Applied Science, and certificate programs for which you have qualified. You may now move the tassel from the right to the left of your mortarboard. And now, please turn and face the audience and take an opportunity to thank your family and friends for their support in helping you achieve this milestone. Please be seated. In closing, I'd also like to recognize the impact that Montana State University Northern has had across generations throughout the years. Any member in the audience who's a graduate of Northern Montana College or Montana State University Northern, please stand. Welcome home. Please stand as the Assiniboine Cree singers from Fort Belknap and Rocky Boy share an honor song for the graduates. Thank you. Mr. Boyce, will you please step forward and give the benediction?
Father, I thank you. You are the ones that gives us minds to learn. As I think about your gifts, it makes me smile. Getting an education is not just about information or gathering experiences. You've made it a much richer venture. Education gives us a wonderful opportunity to meet you in all areas of life. As these graduates, faculty, families, and friends go today, help us to remember education continues as you lead us through life. Thank you for the constancy of your hand and for the power of your care for us. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord turn his face toward you and give you peace. Amen.
Thank you, Mr. Boyce. After the ceremony, please join us for our very first Student Project Symposium, an opportunity to see many examples of the incredible work our students do in pursuit of their degrees. We hope you'll join us as we further celebrate our students in the Vandy Bogart Library immediately following commencement. Please allow the graduates and faculty to leave the gymnasium first. Now please stand while the American Legion Post 67 color guard retires the colors and remain standing until the processional has been concluded.